Ummah. Again, the saying of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, when he says لَقَدْ بَلَغَنِي أَنَّ الرَّجُلَ مِنْهُمْ كَانَ يَدْخُلْ عَلَى المرأة المسلمة والأخرى المعاهدة فينتزع قرطها وحجلها ما يمنع منها ثم انصرفوا لم يكلم أحد منهم فوالله لو أن امرئا مسلما مات من هذا أسفا ما كان عندي ملوما بل كان به جديرا. When Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam describing a situation where the foreign soldiers, the invaders, the Romans would come to the Muslim countries, to the Muslim women's, trying to thief and to loot and to harass them, and then questioning the man, what you were doing that time? You just leaving them, you set aside, you watch from over the hill, you do nothing, you don't resist, you don't protect, you don't defend your own women and girls and ladies. Then Amir alayhi salam will say, if someone would die because of this, because he's doing nothing, he's just feeling the pain of the invaders trying to kill, trying to loot, I would not blame him. That means that you rather die than live in a situation, in a world, while you should be a witness, a silent witness on the atrocity of the non-believers, of the invaders. So this is the teaching of the Prophet ﷺ and Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. This is our doctrine. How we would translate that into our modern times, how would we translate that into the events that are taking place these days and nights in Bahrain, in Yemen, Libya? This is up to our circumstances, what we are able to do, what we are not. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. And everyone should question himself or herself, what I'm supposed to do, not to be considered as a silent witness, as a lying witness sometimes. Because الساكت عن الحق شيطان أخرس. Why you are shaitan? Because shaitan would leave the corruption going on, would leave the killing going on, would keep a blind eye when you say haram taking place. But if you are a true believer, you would do something. And Islam is a very logic religion and a way of life. He admits that we're not able to do everything. Islam admits that we're not supposed to be, the heroes of our time. That's why he said, you can do Amr Ma'ruf Nahy Munkar rather by your hands, doing something, change by your hands as a tool of change. If you're not able, then your tongue, you could speak, you could raise your voice. If not, even if you are in jail, they put something in your mouth, you are shut up completely, you don't allowed to say nothing, then it's the turn of your heart. Would your heart accept the oppression, the oppressors and the oppression? Would your heart live up with such miseries? Would your heart being in a situation where has no feeling to those oppressed, to those mustadafin, to those people who you see them nowadays getting killed, getting injured? If you don't have such feeling, that means you have a problem in your faith. Some people, they go to test their blood pressure their heart beatings, you should go and test your faith. Because if you feel carelessness over such things, this is a serious problem. That's why having such gathering tonight at least would give us a chance not to be silent, to be educated about what we can do, what we should do. Especially that we're living in a time where the technology of telecommunications allowed us to know everything happening, to see it, to feel it. You cannot ignore. You cannot say, like the people during Imam Hussein's time, they said, we didn't know Imam Hussein went to Karbala. Nobody invited us. Oh, the letters of Imam Hussein arrived to Basra late. We were not, in a situation to go and reach him in Karbala. These days, when we don't have such excuse. We don't have such excuses. We don't have, to bring up such language, because we're all connected. The new methods of technology and telecommunications, especially that is affordable for everyone in this country. Even while sitting, you can just browse your iPhone or BlackBerry, and then being updated with every minutes, with every data, and what's going on around you. And that's why one of the social professors, he was describing such world that we are living in, or we would live in a few years maybe, that someone might not know about his neighborhood, what's going on next door, but he definitely knows what his friend in Japan is doing, because he's connected to that neighbor, the visual and virtual neighbor. So because of these tools of communication, we have no excuses. We know, and then when you know, that means you are responsible. And that's why in the day of judgment, the ignorant will not be asked, because they are ignorant. They have nothing to be asked about. They didn't know. They were not able to know. But those who were in our position, in our situation, they are able to know. They have the tools to know, and they just put themselves put the the things behind and keep a blind eye. They'll not be excused. So this is a big responsibility upon our shoulders. If we agree with the concept, then we can open the discussion later on in this getting together about the tools. What's the practical method, what we should do, and what's the venues that are open for us to help our brothers and sisters in Bahrain and other places where they need our help. They might feel that we feel with them. They might know that they're not alone. And to bring again the spirit of the one nation, the spirit of the true Muslims, who at the time of Amir Mi'a salam, if they know that a woman in the other part of the Muslim world is screaming for help, is yelling for help, they would send the soldiers to protect her. How about us? Maybe we cannot send soldiers, but we can send a message, a letter, an email, a photo, a picture, any kind, to protest, to let the people around us know what's going on, to educate others about what kind of rulers the Western power had posed on us and the Muslim world. Do you accept, our dear co-citizen, Canadian citizen, American, do you accept such leaders to be your governors? They use all kind of brutalities. They live with millions and billions of dollars while their own people are striving for for a job, for any kind to eat or to wear. If you enjoying an atmosphere of social equality in such country, or at least the well-being, the welfare of well-being, the accommodations, the necessity of lives like education and health care, what about others who have a lot of natural resources like gas and oil, but they're not benefiting from it? All the money is going to the pockets of the rulers, and for 20, 30, 40 and over 50 years now, the people of Bahrain, they are a majority of Muslim Shia, but they are not allowed into many positions in the government. They're not enjoying the best of their life, because the family of Al Khalifa ruling the country is a puppet government working for other kingdoms and rulers, and not paying attention to their own people. So if they raise up for their rights, this is normal. Everyone, not only Shia or not only Muslims even, should support them. Anyone, any human being who believes in justice and equality and human dignity should support them, should raise the voices and ask the superpowers and those who control the world to give these people the chance to live a respected life and to enjoy the resources that is in their land, in their home ground, and to feel the dignity and the independence. Thank you for listening. Inshallah, we will benefit from this getting together, from this short speech, to discuss the idea of being one nation, the idea of feeling the solidarity with our own brothers and sisters in Bahrain and in Yemen, in Libya, and any place where there is a battle between the oppressors and the oppressed. Thank you again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Again, the saying of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, when he says لَقَدْ بَلَغَنِي أَنَّ الرَّجُلَ مِنْهُمْ كَانَ يَدْخُلْ عَلَى الْمَرْأَةِ الْمُسْلِمَةِ وَالْأُخْرَى الْمُعَاهِدَةِ فَيَنْتَزِعُ قِرْطَهَا وَحِجْلَهَا مَا يُمْنَعُ. Situation where the foreign soldiers, the invaders, the Romans would come to the Muslim countries, to the Muslim women's, trying to thief and to loot and to harass them, and then questioning the man, what you were doing that time. You just leaving them, you set aside, you watch from over the hill, you do nothing, you don't resist, you don't protect, you don't defend your own women and girls and ladies. Then Amir alayhi salam will say, if someone would die because of this, because he's doing nothing, he's just feeling the pain of the invaders trying to kill, trying to loot, أو منها ثم انصرفوا لم يكلم أحد منهم فوالله لو أن امرئا مسلما مات من هذا أسفا ما كان عندي ملوما بل كان به جديرا. When Amir al-Mu'mineen Ibn Talib alayhi salam describing